Hey guys, welcome to the Alpha Live Lounge. And man, what a busy night. We got to get moving because this guy is busy. It's album release week. And you talk about one of the coolest guys. I've been excited about visiting with him. We've had this lined up for a few weeks now, and we wanted to do it closer to his album release time. He's been on live all this week. He'll pop on occasionally and just talking to fans. I watched him last night for a little while. But I've known Russell since he got started, and there isn't anybody who's worked harder to get where he is. And think about the accomplishments in such a short period of time. So without further ado, let's get this man on here and visit the legend. Look at you.
Come on.
The new dad.
Let's go, baby.
How about that, Remy?
Oh, my guy. I was just upstairs having a moment with him, and I was like, oh, dang, I got to hop down. And so, it's tough to leave the little dude. It's tough to leave him, man.
I get it because, ours is 10 months old. How old's Remy?
10 weeks.
He's 10 weeks. Yeah. We got 10 months. Well,
wow.
He'll be 10 months. He'll be 10 months next Wednesday. So I understand. You're in for a treat.
Oh, man. Just seeing the tiny little bits of personality that are coming out right now, like, that's what we were just doing. We were just shooting videos of me and him just like goo goo gaga back and forth. Like it is. I tell my friends that don't have kids, I'm like, whatever you think is going to be better than this. I got platinum songs. I got number ones. I've played Madison Square Garden. It is not better.
You're kidding yourself.
You have babies.
You're kidding yourselves. Now, I mean, I've got him spread out now because I've got a son probably about as close to your age, and then I've got Landry. And so it's been worth going through again because you'll be pulling your hair out, the sleep regression. You're going to go, oh my gosh, the teething. I thought, gosh, I never wanted to go through all that again. But then seeing that face,
like 10 hours at night,
seeing that face, man, it's just seeing him light up. And I'm sure the same way, seeing that face when he sees you when you walk into a room, there's nothing better. And getting that, and I know you know this, that first feeling of when he grabbed your finger.
Oh man,
and there's nothing better in the world. And I've lived that twice. Yeah, it does. And I've got a chance to live that twice. So congratulations to you and Kaylee, man. That is, I'm so happy for you guys. I've followed your journey through that, and I could not have been happier. But dude, let's get this out. Southern Symphony. I mean, where do you start? This is something that you've been in the works with for quite a little while. So, I mean, let's get to the bare bones. How did this all come about?
I mean, just from album 1 to album 2 is just a continue. I mean, I'm always writing songs. You know what I mean? Like as soon as we put out album 1, I'm already writing album 2. You know what I mean? And like album 2 comes out on Friday, and I'm already writing album 3. So like. It just never really stops for me, and I'm always telling stories of my life, and different aspects and how to dig into, just different stories and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, and this album, Southern Symphony, specifically the song Southern Symphony, goes back into my childhood, and like all the sounds of like Magnolia Breeze, Ice Cubes and Sweet Tea, Fight Song on a Friday. All of those different sounds that are mentioned in that song combine together to make a Southern Symphony. And so that concept to me was so deep and so real, so rooted in who I am, that I was just like, man, that's got to be the album title. And so it is, man. It's Southern Symphony's coming out on Friday.
It sticks out. Are you excited? You nervous? Scared?
Oh, bro, I'm everything. Like I'm jacked. It's all I think about right now. It is. I want it to like blow up. I want it to explode. I want it to beat Ariana Grande out of the top 200 albums. You know what I mean?
Do it.
I want to be number 1, bro.
Do it. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that you can pull this off. Because I mean, if you look at the streak you've had for a first time artist, for a freshman run to get 4 number 1 songs. That is not a bad streak to have. There's not very many that can say that.
I mean, it's since for the four straight number ones out of the gate. It's me, Luke Combs, Brooks and Dunn, and FGL. Isn't that crazy, dude?
To think about that, man, that is a great group of people to be included in. I mean, think that's a mark of history.
Yeah, like
your
that.
name, your name goes in.
And that's a piece. That's like a piece of history that I get to be a part of. And we're just getting started. And so hopefully, thank you, Jesus, that we get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 40, 50. You know what I mean? Like just
keep going.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like that's what I'm here for. And I appreciate you and all the fans for listening and turning up these songs when they come on the radio. And so
I remember when you came and did a radio tour, and you came and played yours in the studio, and it was we had brought a bunch of fans in, and this is when I was in Atlanta, and I remember you coming and doing that, and I remember everybody just stopped, because I mean that was the song. I mean that was everybody who's been married in the last 4 years used that song,
right?
And I remember everybody just stopping, and because people didn't really know who you were then, and they're like, okay, this guy's got something. And then, I mean, then you just keep coming out with them, and you just keep knocking them out of the park. And I think it comes with the personality and the show. If you've never seen Russell perform, and I'm sure there's obviously a ton of people who are on here, they're your fans, they've seen you perform. If you've never seen Russell perform, it is high energy from the word go.
Yep.
And that's what I love. Because you don't let the grass grow. I mean, you've got all edges of that stage covered, and on top of just singing your ass off, you really work. You work a stage, you work a crowd. Yeah. I think the last time I saw you, let me see if I can pull some magic up here. Oh, hold on. I had it all worked out. It didn't work. Crud.
I mean,
hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, dude. Did we lose him?
Oh, I did. I'm here. I had a picture I was trying to share, and I couldn't get it to work. Darn it.
No, I saw it for a second, bro.
You saw it for a second.
Yeah.
There was a picture of me and you from the summer
yes.
when you were out with FGL and Thomas Rhett.
Yeah.
And the point I was trying to make, which I can't get this picture to stay up without losing both of us, was most people don't realize how tall you are. I mean, you are tall, but people don't realize, because I was trying to look like I look like you should sponsor me for $1 a day.
Oh my God.
You are. I fell out from under your you are a complete head taller than me, and I'm not small. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, so I mean, I don't. But I just feel like I put you in that listing with Trace Atkins and James Otto and all these other people who I felt really incredibly short next to.
Charles Kelly, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's just like I always feel like I should, sit up a little taller and try to. But dude, let's get a song in. Because I mean I know we're pushing our time. Let's what songs? I know I want to try to get at least 2 of them in. What songs are you wanting to do? I mean, let's
you tell me, man. What is there a comment box? Like what's
absolutely. I've got comments.
What are people feeling?
Let's see. We've got people going already.
We could start with a little "Love You Like I Used To,"
Yeah, let's do that one. Let's get it rolling, and I'll get the questions stirring, and we'll I'll hop off the frame here so I promise that that looked like it was the very first time I've ran this. It's not. So I don't know why. Why wouldn't let me post that picture? It's frustrating. All right. We're okay now. Russell, talk about the story behind the song.
Yeah. So when we first wrote this song, we had the title, just "Love You Like I Used To." And what we wanted to do was kind of give it a little twist. And we wrote the song for the first time, and I played it for my wife, and she was like, yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, okay, babe, wow. And she said, the title of the song is better than the song you just played me. And I was like, dang, true. That's true love right there.
That
and
really is
right. The thing is, she was right. And so we knew it, me and the other writers knew it. And so we got back together. We stripped everything off. and started again with the title Love You Like I Used To. And this is the song we came up with. And when we played it for her and our radio team, they were just like, dang, there it is. So that's how Love You Like I Used To came about. And it goes like this. Hey, thank you, all of y'all, for making this a 2-week #1. Let's go. Girl, I've always loved you. Oh, but something's changed. Blame it on time, the road on the ride, but it ain't the same. This a different kind of feeling, not the one I knew. From the sweet on your lips to how your hand in mine fits. Girl, I've always loved you, but I don't love you like I used to. This gets better every time you kiss me like this. It's stronger the longer I'm with you, yeah. More than every single day before. Didn't know I could ever love you more than I did. Baby, I do. I don't love you like I used to. No, no, no. 'Cause what we got ain't got no ending, like a band of solid gold. It's sweeter with time, like strawberry wine. It gets as good as it gets old. And oh, we thought we knew what it meant way back then. Oh, but I keep falling higher than I've ever been. Oh no, I don't love you like I used to. This gets better every time you kiss me like this. It's stronger the longer I'm with you, yeah. More than every single day before. Didn't know I could ever love you more than I did. Baby, I do. I don't love you like I used to. No, I don't love you like I used to. No, 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 no. I don't love you like I used to.
That is the man. That is the man working the magic. Woo! So I saw you live last night. You went live last night randomly. Actually, you told your fans, "Okay, look, I could go random at any time." And you popped on. Charles Kelly popped on. You had him come on. I think Bobby popped on with you for a minute. Yeah. And but it was neat because you guys were talking about a song. You and Charles were talking about a song called "Honey." Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Well, Charles and I were talking about Home Sweet because Charles wrote Home Sweet, yeah.
Home Sweet, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah. So Charles and I were talking about Home Sweet and just how it came to be. And, that idea came about. Casey, my producer, and I were on a run and we were talking. He was out on the road with me. We were running and I was like, dude, come out on the road. We're going to write some songs. And he was like, I got a kid, I got a wife, whatever. And I'm like, dude, trust me, like, come out on the road. We're going to write some songs. It's going to be freaking awesome. And so we're running. And we were writing Love You Like I Used to that day. We went on a run and we got the idea for Home Sweet. So this is all in the same day. And that's my first single off the album. That's going to be my second single, Home Sweet. Right. And so we started throwing around this idea, Home Sweet. And he was like, Home Sweet Us, Home Sweet something. I was like, dude, what about Home Sweet You and Me? And it was just like, boom, love that. And so we kind of dug into the idea of no matter where we are, home is where the heart is, just that kind of thing. And then I just started, I started digging deep into me and my wife's story, me and Kaylee's story of just like, man, we were on the beach. We were on the beach in Cancun drinking margaritas, endless, just all inclusive, everything. And then we get home to Nashville and I got dropped from my publishing deal. So my income stopped completely. And so just like that real life moment. And so that's the first verse, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then second verse is how crazy touring is and, broken AC hotel room and brushing our teeth and truck stops and all that stuff. no matter where we are, home is with you, baby. And then the last verse is sitting on boxes in the living room, laughing and crying at those two pink lines. And obviously we got little Remington now, and so that that song is just so deep and real to me, and that's what we talked about on the live. Is Charles wrote the song, and I was hoping Lady A would cut it.
Mm-hmm.
But this song is so real to me, and it's so real. It's Russell Dickerson's story, and it just kind of would have felt off if they would have recorded it. And in the moment when I found out they weren't recording it, I was kind of bummed. But the fact that I get to record this true Russell Dickerson story song, and it's going to be my second single off the second album. I mean, I'm so pumped because this is one of my favorite songs on the whole album.
Well, I may have to talk. I mean, if I could talk you into doing that, because I would love to hear it. Now we don't have to do it right this very second. Let's actually we had a couple questions rolling in.
Yeah.
So this is my night guy. This is Zach. Zach also said he is 4'7" and would come up to probably one of your kneecaps. So do you have a country icon you grew up with and wanted to be as when you were growing up?
Oh, 100% Garth Brooks. No doubt.
We all did that.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, like you were talking about my stage presence and how my live show, it's like, look at Garth Brooks. Like that is the icon that I grew up watching, and like live from Dublin, live from Central Park. Like when you see that and you experience that, they're like, you're all in on the artist. And that's not why I have the stage presence that I have. I have the stage presence I have because I'm so passionate about music and songs and just the live show. It's what I've always dreamed of doing.
Right.
And so, but watching Garth play these shows, and in the 4th grade talent show, I did Standing Outside the Fire from In Pieces with my black cowboy hat, my checkered shirt. You know what I mean? Like I was Garth Brooks that night. And so, he's always been so, so kind as I've come up, and, we went and saw him in Knoxville, and he took a minute to step aside, and we talked for a little bit, talked to me and Kaylee, and I was wearing a throwback Garth sweatshirt from one of his old tours.
I think I remember you doing that because I think you went the night before, because I had gone the next night.
Oh yeah,
I had gone Friday.
I think so. Yeah. See,
we went on Saturday because there was a big show in Atlanta. They had that big show going on at the stadium downtown.
Okay.
So, I couldn't go on Friday, but we did go on Saturday of that exact same show. But it's kind of fun watching him in that big stadium and seeing how big his stage is.
Yeah.
And that dude covers every inch of that stage, just like
exactly, man.
But I mean, it's in the round, so he's running literally around that stadium.
Yeah, man.
And how that has energy, and he was doing 2 shows a day on that tour.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Like I to this day haven't played a stage that's big enough for me. Like I can't run, and that is like a poster child of Garth Brooks. You know what I mean? Like that is what inspired me. But what we saw him, and I had on this old tour sweatshirt, and he said, "Buddy, that sweatshirt is older than you are." And I was like, yeah, it probably is, but hey, still a big fan, dog.
But at least you got to tell him that. Yeah. That's really cool. That there's some people get a whole lifetime, and they get to actually tell the person they admire, say, "Look, I wanted to be you growing up."
Right.
And that is really, really, really cool. Yeah. So what's the best thing about this? I'm going to make you pick one of your kids. So what's your favorite song coming up on Southern Symphony? So we talked about Home Sweet. Mm-hmm. So what is your favorite one? And like I said, that's like trying to ask you to pick your favorite kid. What do you like? And what's the one that you go, okay, this one had to be on there? There was some of them, because you even said Home Sweet almost didn't make the record. Was that the one? Because
Honey almost didn't make the record.
Honey almost didn't make the record.
Yeah.
And so yeah, what was the one? What's the song?
The one for me is Southern Symphony, the title track.
Right.
I would put that song up for Song of the Year. I mean, I'm not saying that in a cocky way.
No.
I'm saying that is one of the most proud songs that I've ever written. And, it just because, it comes from a real place. And I think that's why it's such a great song, is that it just fell out, like I'll play a little snippet of it just because this is literally how the song came out.
Okay.
And we had that's going in the background, right?
Got you.
And then one of the co-writers talked about the story of where I come from. That's a love song. And I was like, wow. And so that was like the hook at first. And it was like, and I just deep dove into like where I come from. And I was just like, where I come from, we wash up before supper. You don't talk back to your mother, or you get your butt worn out. You know what I mean? Like that literally, I just said that line straight up. And we all just looked at each other. We were like, what? This is dope. And so then I was just like, okay, what else is where I come from? And I grew up going to church every single Sunday. So I was like, where I come from, it's the same pew every Sunday. And the preacher says there's one way to heaven. And you can ask the good Lord now. You know what I mean? Like those two, that just like, but that was within like 5 minutes. And so it just kept going and digging deeper into my childhood. And like, the chorus is like my favorite part. It's like, 'cause it's the sound of a magnolia breeze, ice cubes and sweet tea, fight song on a Friday, bug zapper buzzing in the driveway. It ain't much, but it sounds so sweet. A Southern symphony, sing along, let it play on and on. 'Cause where I come from, that's a love song. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm so proud of that song, and
it should be. That kind of gave me chills because I grew up that way too. And
right.
And majority, I would say 80% of the country population will understand every word you just said.
Yeah.
And literally understands. You don't talk back to your mom. You went to church on Sundays, Sundays and Wednesdays. You played high school football. You had the fight song, and that's everything. It. The bug zapper sitting out. There's all.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's really cool.
That's the one, man. That's the one.
I'm looking forward to hearing it. I really am. I've got just a few minutes left with you. I want you to get one more song in. I'm going to let this be dealer's choice. Tell which one do you want to put in?
Shoot, I can play Home Sweet. That's going to be our next.
Yeah, do that one. There was such a big to do about it. I want to hear what you guys were talking about.
Absolutely. I can play one of the hits, but y'all, everybody's heard those.
We've heard the hits. I want to hear the stuff coming from the album.
It's Home Sweet coming at you.
Come on.
Touching down from a 6-night honeymoon, sun-kissed kids, still drunk on love. Went from all-inclusive margaritas in Malibu to praying we could pay rent this month. Yeah. That doormat says welcome home. I think it's wherever I'm with you. It's more than some bricks and stone. No, there ain't nothing like home sweet. You and me ain't got much, but we got all we need. Wherever the wind blows, wherever this life goes, baby, all I know ain't nothing like home sweet. You and me. Your love is like a porch swing on Sunday, just as gentle as a summer sunrise. But they say it's where the heart is, but mine's with you, babe. As long as I got your hand, I'm fine. Could be white brick and picket fences, some busted AC hotel room. It's all picture perfect if you're in it. No, it don't get much better than home sweet. You and me ain't got much, but we got all we need. Wherever the wind blows, wherever this life goes, baby, all I know ain't nothing like home sweet. quarter acre and a 2-bed farmhouse, Polaroid kids with a red sold sign, sitting on boxes in the living room, laughing and crying, just staring at them 2 pink lines. Ooh, yeah. Time to make a little more room in our home suite. You and me, yeah, we got it all, and you're still all I need. Wherever the wind blows, wherever this life goes, baby, all I know ain't nothing like home sweet. You and me, home sweet. You and me, yeah.
Man, I totally get that one too.
Woo!
Dude, that's awesome.
I think that might be my second favorite off the album.
Dude, that would be hard to pick because
it's kind of 1 and 2, man, because it's the nostalgic childhood, or it's the story of me and my wife just struggling on the come up, man.
But man, I can tell you for a fact, I've since day one, I've seen you, I've known about you, and I don't know of anybody that has earned their way in and worked as hard as you have in this short amount of time. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, it's very cool to see somebody get what they deserve, and you've worked very hard. And I got to tell you, from a guy who's watched from day one, it's exciting to see you to get the success that I know that you're worth and what you deserve. Mm-hmm. So, but just know that you got some big fans out here. And we're excited about this album just like you are, and we definitely expect big things, man. You've got me excited about a couple songs already.
Yeah, dude, thank you, man. Those words mean a lot, man, because we weren't handed anything. We were never handed a tour bus. We were never handed anything like that, and so we worked for every bit of it. And it's just you guys, country radio, everybody, and the fans, man. Without the fans, you ain't got research without the fans. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's like and the fans come back with all the and I can tell you, man, that these fans are going to come back heavy after Friday. They're going to start saying, "Hey, we love this one, we love this one, we love this one." So I mean, you got to tell when's the next. I mean, you've actually had the number one. When's you're going to put a next single out when the album comes, or are you?
It's going to be top. It's going to be top of 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So okay. we're letting Love You Like I Used To just soar right now. You know what I mean? Letting it soar.
You were talking about research. It still researches very well, still plays very well. Yeah. So, but I want to let you get back to your family life, and thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your day, man, because it is very well appreciated that you would do this, especially during this busy week of release time. I know how important that is. To do that. I know how important it is to connect with your fans. Yeah. And I kind of feel like we didn't really get a chance to visit much with the fans because we were really kind of talking ourselves and getting into music and stuff. It's amazing.
We catch up, dude. It's been a minute.
I know it has been a while, but man, my best to Kaylee and Remington, and man, I could not be happier for you guys. And like I said, your journey has been so neat to follow. And that happiness of the 2 pink lines. I love that line in that song, because we were in those exact same shoes. So believe me, I understand. But when we get back to touring, fingers crossed.
Coming in hot, bro. We're coming in hot.
Russell is going to be hitting the road fast and heavy, and that is a show, guys, that you cannot afford to miss, because this guy's going to be working his magic. So
that's it, man. That's it.
But my very best to you and the wife, and thank you so much for spending time with us. I look forward to getting this album. I'm going to bug Rafi and Norbert and everybody until they get me a copy of it. So,
yeah, we'll get you one, bro.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you, dude.
All right.
All the love always.
Have a great night, man. Thank you so much.
All right.
Listen, how fun was that? He was pushed for time, man. He's been doing these things all week long. And I know, granted, it's just Tuesday, but man, they had him backed up yesterday, and he was pretty busy today, and got a few minutes to go upstairs and say goodnight to his son. And I think he's got another one, so that's kind of why I wasn't really trying to take a lot of his time. I know typically these things we can go an hour. If we go on Christian Bush time, we can go an hour and a half. But but thank you guys for spending some time with us. It does mean a lot that you would give up time out of your Tuesday night to do this. And thank you everybody who all the Alpha stations that carried the show tonight. I appreciate that. As we are along all the Alpha country stations. Thank you everybody on their websites. And so thank you for being a part of this. Thank you, Russell Dickerson. Thank you, Triple Tigers, for letting us have a little bit of his time, especially during this busy week. Go out and buy, and I cannot convince you fast enough. Go out and buy Russell Dickerson's album. It's called Southern Symphony. It'll be out this Friday. We got a chance to hear Southern Symphony and Home Sweet. I got Home Sweet and Honey confused. But yeah, this is going to be. I think this is going to be locked and loaded. He's got a lot of opportunities to bring out some great music, and to have 4 #1 songs in a row. That is an incredible feat. And I honestly think with what he's playing us right now, I think we have every opportunity to see that he's going to have a number 5 and number 6 pretty easy. So go out and buy your albums. I don't care where you get them, but go out and buy your albums and get them wherever you buy your digital music, and get Russell Dickerson's album, which will be out on Friday, Southern Symphony. So next Tuesday is going to be kind of interesting. The reason why I say that is because this is going to be a first for me, because next Tuesday we're going to do a special. And what I mean by special is we're going to do something in cooperation with Susan G. Komen. Susan G. Komen had a song written for them called Pink is Just Another Color. And it was written by some great Nashville artists. There's some great singers that are a part of this. I'm going to have all those people on. I'm going to have the writers on. I'm going to have the performers on. It's actually going to be a pretty big scale. And we're just going to talk about the impact of the song, the impact of what Susan G. Komen does. But that's going to be next week. And it's talking about Pink. And that song is very amazing. We got to pull off some pretty masterful things for you to be able to hear the song, because it's going to be hard to do to get them where everybody's. I got Rita Wilson, who'll be in from California, Victoria Shaw, and Aaron Kinsey, and Sarah Evans so far. Now, I'll tell you, Dolly Parton is on this record. We ain't going to get Dolly. I can tell you that. Monica, a R&B artist as well, is on this record. If you get a chance, go and catch this. Go find it so you know what I'm talking about. But this, I'm very excited about getting on and discussing this with them, because there was a reason for all of them to be involved in this, because breast cancer has affected all of them in one way or another. Rita Wilson is a breast cancer survivor. Victoria Shaw and Aaron Kinsey, who are 2 of the writers, have people in their lives that was directly affected with breast cancer. So it is going to be a very special show for that very reason, because we're going to dedicate our time to Susan G. Komen and allow them to be able to get their message out, because they do great things. Today is a day of giving. It's National Day of Giving. And if you have not done that and given to your favorite charity today, please do so. Doesn't really matter what you give to, just give something today. Give back. This year has been a dumpster fire at very best, and we wanted to make sure that you give back. Okay, so join us next Tuesday night in here as we have all those. We have a lot of ladies in here next week as we talk with Susan G. Komen and talk about the song. And it's a very special song. If you have anybody in your life that's ever been affected by breast cancer, I can assure you there'll be about 3.5 minutes you're not going to be able to speak. It is a very, 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 very touching song. So, but I will see you guys next Tuesday night, and we'll have some more information up very soon about the broadcast next Tuesday night. Well, thank Russell Dickerson. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and everybody along the Alpha Radio Country family. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.